Hey there hunters, thanks for joining me on the path to completion. Today's trail is the original Crash Bandicoot, which I will try to show you how to do in the best order possible, using my own experience as a guide. So the first trophy that you're gonna do is you are going to try going through an entire level without breaking any boxes. I don't think you have to watch the entire level to get the gist. You just need to see Crash get hit by 35 or more boxes, and the trophy should pop. Alright, next trophy. Fortunately, we're still in shallow waters, so you don't have to worry too much yet. Plus, this is probably one of the easiest trophies in the game to get if you know what to do. Well, while we're on the topic of throwing perfectly good lives away, I am not a fan of this next trophy. I mean, I know that lives are pretty easy to come by if you're good enough, but seeing a life spin away like this, do this once and then never again, because honestly this is just a waste of valuable resources. Oh yeah, speaking of being resourceful, you can actually get 2 trophies from this one area, for this one level, and that's the one for spinning away an extra life, and one for entering a special bonus area. You'll find these special bonus area tokens in crates, where for the ones for this level it's going to be for Tawna. Others will have Embryo, others will have Neo Cortex, but I think it's either this one or the last level that are the first instance of having these special tokens. You don't even have to get every box in them, you literally just have to enter them. Ah, joy. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, everyone, but after this boss fight is where we leave the shallow end. But for now, we have a pretty easy boss fight to take care of. See, the trick to Papu Pooped, or I guess rather the cheesing strategy, is when he brings his club down and you hit him, he brings his club down in the exact area where you hit him the first time. So you literally just have to hit him, find a new direction, which gives you like 3 seconds to do, and then just repeat for like 5 or 6 different times, and you're golden. Alright, we don't move to Island 2 quite yet. There's one last piece of business that we need to take care of before we go onto the Volcano Island, and that's spinning around and hitting 5 different enemies with Coco's spin dash. I don't know if I have to hit 5 different enemies, or if I can spin and knock one enemy into another, and that counts for 2 instead of 1. But either way, it really doesn't matter, because Native Fortress gives you a lot of opportunities to do this. Oh, Ripperoo, you're the person that's given me the most trouble, apart from Neo Cortex, in all of the boss fights that I've done for this game. Your only redeeming quality is that you have a pretty simple boss pattern to follow. For the first hit, you follow a sort of triangular bouncing pattern. For the second, you follow a T pattern. And then for a third, you follow a diamond sort of pattern. For Ripperoo, the sort of trick that you have to do is you have to time the jumping 3 blocks ahead. It helps to think about the patterns in your head. Like, you probably know when Ripperoo is going to jump. So before you jump on one of the explosives, play the sound in your head as a sort of audio cue. Funnily enough, apart from the keys, or I guess the one key, there's not really a ton of trophy-related stuff tied to Island 2, except for facing Koala Konked, who's pretty easy if you keep yourself moving. Also, something that I figured out recently that you can do is you can hit the rocks back at him before they even touch the ground. So that's pertinent information for anyone that's gonna be facing him in the near future. I'm not even gonna say that much because this isn't really a complicated boss fight. I'm just gonna let you sit back and enjoy. I'm gonna be honest, Isle 3 kind of has a sense of humor. After really not having many trophies over the last island, literally the first mission that you jump into has you in a situation where you can get a trophy. If you know what to do, of course. Luckily, that's what I'm here for. First off, grab a clock so you don't lose a life doing this. And second off, jump into the electric generator Tesla coil things so that you can have the trophy pop. Sorry if I don't talk too much for the next little bit. Similar to with Koala Konked, I think it's easier for me to show you how to beat him rather than just talk on and on, because like with Koala, it's really not that difficult once you know what to do. Embryo is the same as Koala Konked in the sort of sense that if you keep yourself moving, you should have relatively little issue. because he throws to where you were, not where you're planning on going. Because if he was able to do that, then that would be some Psycho Mantis level shit. You probably didn't know this if you didn't look up a guide, but you can jump on his head, or you can jump on the heads of the green goo that he throws. And if you've played this boss fight enough times, you know exactly where he's going to throw, and can double jump onto the goos. Be careful though, he alternates between green and purple, sort of like Cortex, in a couple minutes. Oh yeah, he also has a second form, where he turns into this giant Hulk-like monster, where he starts pounding the ground, and you have to jump on top of a concrete slab and jump on his head. I know the timing is gonna be kind of difficult to get down. I know it was for me the first couple times that I did this, but fail enough and you should get the hang of it. Also, if you have 99 lives at this point, my recommendation would be to try saving right before these two boss fights. And now, the boss fight that you've all been waiting for. Cortex is kind of tricky in the sense that he alternates between green and purple. Green the stuff that you want to hit, purple the stuff that you want to avoid. The light purple stuff that he shoots in later lives ends up being able to float up and down, so that's kind of something that you have to navigate. And this is not a boss fight that I'm really comfortable doing without an Aku Aku mask, so you might want to get one of those before this boss starts. Maybe one or two just to be safe. As you'll see in a couple of seconds, the further down into his lives that you get, the more hits it takes to the green stuff to be able to take him down for a life. Fortunately, in the last 1 or 2 lives, you only have to hit the green orbs like once or twice, but it's pretty annoying to get there, honestly. Fortunately, once you finish this boss fight, you're good. You just have to get the boxes, relics, and maybe the keys if you haven't already. And once that's finished, you got the platinum. Congratulations.